The story starts here, in the heart of the city.
We continue to follow the ongoing developments.
The student group is the first to take on such a project.
Everyone is waiting for a vote on the bill.
The team is winning at a record-breaking pace.
It's an issue for residents here and around Boston.
The story is coming up on Suffolk U News.
Hello and welcome to this edition of Suffolk U News, the weekly news program brought to you by the Department of Communication and Journalism at Suffolk University. I'm Chris McDonough from Beverly.
And I'm Tiffany Chan from Jacksonville, Florida. We're happy to be coming to you courtesy of your cable company and the internet.
We begin today's coverage with a report of an arrest of a Suffolk University student. Dominic DeMar was arrested on assault and battery on a police officer and resisting arrest. Officers responded to multiple calls of a loud party on Fleet Street in the North End last Saturday night. Police say that was when DeMar slammed an apartment door on the shoulder of an officer. The calls came through Suffolk University's Loud Party Hotline. The hotline is intended for residents to report disturbances in the Beacon Hill, North End, and downtown areas. The hotline is run by Suffolk University's Neighborhood Response Office. Director Rich Graylish even does ride-alongs every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night with Boston police officers ready to respond to calls and crack down on loud student partying. The phone number for the hotline can be found on Suffolk University's website. That number is 617-549-7503. Again, it is 617-549-7503. And now we turn to yet another example of the power of social media. This time, two Suffolk University students are taking on the whole tea.
The pair has taken to Facebook, Twitter, trying to get the MBTA to run late into the night.
Within weeks, word has spread, and now they hope to turn their idea into a reality.
Suffolk U News reporter Jared Pelletier joins us in the studio to tell us how this group got started.
Jared, do the students have a name for their group or effort?
Well, Chris and Tiffany, yes they do.
The National Association for Business Economics recently released a report forecasting the country's future economic state. The NABE predicts that the unemployment rate will fall from its current 7.9% to 7.2% by 2014. If you're a prospective student, currently enrolled in college, or even about to graduate, it's not too late to appeal to future employers. Suffolk University's Director of Career Services, Paul Tanlevsky, shares a quick tip to boost your chances at finding a job.
I think the greatest competitive edge for our students is if they follow the formula that we know works, which is find something that you have an interest or passion in terms of a major, get relevant experience, internship, co-op, directed study, and based on that experience and an area of study that you have a passion and interest in, that really allows you to compete.
Tanlevsky also suggests knowing your brand, understanding what you can offer an employer, and getting to know the employment community. Now we'd like to pass along some great news about Suffolk Law School's very own dean. For the second straight year, Suffolk Law School Dean Camille Nelson has been named to the Power 100 list of most influential black lawyers in the country. She has also been named the co-chair-elect of the Association of American Law Schools section on law school deans. Nelson became the dean of Suffolk Law School in 2010. Dean Nelson is the first woman and first person of color to hold that position in Suffolk Law School's 104-year history. Yes, we've had a bit of snow this month, but for sure, spring is coming.
And with it, more and more people on bicycles. They're out there all the time, but the better weather brings out more of them.
And more of them means more of us have to know how to share the road.
We have Suffolk U News reporter Hannah Lilly here to tell us what is the safest way to travel around a bike in Boston?
Hannah, is there a safe way?
Chris and Tiffany, the answer to that question is yes. So Chris and Tiffany, while it is legal for bikes to ride in the road alongside cars, they do need to follow basic traffic laws in order to keep that safety.
Thank you, Hannah. It's worth noting here that Hubway is expected to open in mid-April for the 2013 season.
That's Boston's bike sharing network. Its details of where expected new stations or more bikes will be have not yet been released. A new musical review is in the works here at Suffolk and is set to take stage at our very own Modern Theater. We'll tell you about how this brand new show is coming to life.
And Suffolk's Lady Rams hit the basketball court this past week in the Great Northeast Athletic Conference playoffs. But did the girls take home the victory, or was it a bittersweet loss?
Suffolk Scene and Sports are coming up.
Yeah, there is, and Suffolk U News reporter Michelle Leonardo is here in the studio to tell us more.
Thanks, Chris and Tiffany. So last week we talked about how the Lady Rams were heading to the GNAC, and we were hoping that they were going to bring back that trophy, because for our women's basketball team, there's nothing bigger.
I'm excited for tennis. What about you, Chris?
It's got to be baseball. The crack of the bat, to me, signifies the start of spring.
Yep.
Thank you, Michelle.
Theater is all around us here in Boston, but also in Cambridge. We'll tell you about a Tennessee Williams play that is sure to be a hit.
And if you're not much of a theater person but prefer golf, we have information on a convention that's just for you.
Our Suffolk Scene is coming up. So there's a handful of plays and events going around Boston lately.
Yeah, and Suffolk News reporter Ryan Breslin is here in the studio to tell us what's happening on the Suffolk Scene. Ryan?
Well, Tiffany and Chris, there's definitely a lot going on in the arts and entertainment this weekend. But first, we're going to start off with some golf.
So Chris and Tiffany, you know, it might not be like pitch perfect exactly, but it will be a great a cappella festival this Saturday.
I'm bummed Book of Mormons is sold out.
You know, I heard that's a hot ticket. If you're trying to see that show, good luck.
Must be a popular hit. Thank you so much, Ryan.
Thanks.
That does it for this edition of Suffolk U News, the weekly news program brought to you by the Department of Communication and Journalism at Suffolk University. I'm Chris McDonough.
And I'm Tiffany Chan. Thanks for watching us on the Boston Neighborhood Network or online.
Be sure to continue to watch Suffolk U News, bringing you more from the school with a heart in the heart of the city.
Goodbye.